Never changed out a 7-pin connector on a truck before? Neither have I. Let's figure out how to do it. To start us off, this is just going to be to replace a 7-pin, not to add. I want to make that perfectly clear. So what you're going to need is go out and buy yourself one of the 7-pin connectors. Just go get them at Walmart pretty cheap. So you got the bracket that comes with it, the little cover for the backside for the wires, and then the 7-pin itself. And also it'll come with some dielectric grease. We'll call itself terminal grease. And you've got all your screws that you'll be needing. Now, things that do not come in it is you'll need some ring terminals. At least I like doing it with these. If I'm working with anything that has this kind of connector on it, ring terminals seem to hold a lot better. A wiring tool. Got a wire stripper down at the bottom, bolt cutter, wire cutter, and a little crimper on the end. Now I just have electric ratchet. For these bolts here, you'll just need a 3/8 inch socket. Alright, and starting off with how this is wired. So your center right here is going to be your reverse. Now you're going to have your electronic brake, you're going to have your ground. Now since we're looking at it from the back side, this is your left turn signal, and this is your right. Now up here, we have the tail light. So this one's going to run all your running lights and your tail lights, pretty much stuff like that. Then you have your 12-volt constant. This is usually for like accessories such as charging a battery on the trailer or like a refrigerator, things like that. Something small. It's not a lot of amperage, if I remember correctly. But I'll have to double check that. Now, one thing I forgot to mention while I was in there with showing you the tools you'll need, you will also need a flat blade screwdriver. Oh, I'm going to need a 4-pin. So for the 7 pins, you have 3 different major types. So you have this 7-pin. Now, 2 of them look the same, but have different wire coloring behind them. That will be your traditional and your RV. The other will be your commercial, and it looks a little bit different. All right, so behind this, because these bolts are sunk into these little spots here, and they will have nuts on the back side. You just want to get back there and zip them on out. Well, that's never good, is it? Those are supposed to stay in place. They certainly are not. We're going to do this the nasty way. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out these wires and just unscrew them from each one of these terminals here. Now one thing I did forget to mention is if you are doing this, go ahead and disconnect the battery. This little fella here, the little ring terminals, like this, you want to put them down on at least a decent bit of copper and spin them down on to make sure it kind of gets on there good. And you're also going to be looking at the copper if you reuse the ends that they already have cut out. And make sure you don't see any corrosion kind of going down in the sheathing. If you do, go ahead and cut it back. And from there, you just kind of get it right at the end and squeeze. And then make sure you give it a little tug to make sure it stays on. See, and that's why you keep extra of these, which I did not. I gotta go search for some more here in a minute, because that did not hold on at all. Alrighty, let's test a few things. Oh, fine. Should have no power in anything. Correct. What I've found out so far, orange. There is no mention of orange on any of those sheets. So, yeah. Okay, so this one, 12 volt full power, is orange. All right, now that you have all of the connectors on, go ahead and open up your little packets of dielectric grease and just go ahead and put a little bit on every one of them. After you're done with putting all the wires together, all the grease on it, you're going to take this cap here and just go ahead and slide it on down, and it should snap into place. I believe there's two different ways it can go on. Well, what did we learn today? Well, we learned how to put in a 7-pin. The guy that had the truck before me really hates me. I do have the window sticker for this truck still, and I need to see if it has the tow package, because whenever I did some research after we put that in, there is a 4-pin plus 7-pin connector, entire all thing in one, but it has a connector on the backside, and it's only for that truck when it came with the tow package from factory. Whenever I checked mine, the wires either have been spliced, they pretty much have to be spliced together, but I can't find anywhere where a connector even would have gone, but they did put tubing across all of the wiring, so that's nice at least. Don't use ring terminals. Not for that. I like them, but apparently there's just not enough room for those. So just put the wires behind the little pieces of metal, and you should be good. Well, thank you for coming along with me on this. And if you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, give me a comment. Be great help. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Never try. Never try. Never try. God dang. But thank you for following along. Oh, dang.